Fashion Industry Broadcast and Style Planet TV are proud to bring you their new Netflix original series, The Girl's Guides to the World of Designer Fashion. This new 6-part series explores the seductive world of designer fashion. Series 1, The History of Lingerie. Series 2, The Legend of the Designer Bag. Series 3, The Mystery of the High Heel. Series 4, American Fashion. Series 5, Italian Fashion. And Series 6, Paris Fashion.
Calvin Klein Underwear. For 30 plus years, the underwear with the branded waistband has been a consistent hit. Since its introduction as the world's first designer underwear brand in 1982, Calvin Klein Underwear has been recognized for its sexy, cutting-edge products and marketing campaigns.
Clothes tell a story, but this says what I really feel.
The year of its 30th anniversary in 2019, Calvin Klein Underwear sold more than $1 billion at retail. Stealth wealth is a noble idea, but as Calvin Klein, the American designer who turned underwear into a status symbol and by proxy, its wearers into sex symbols, once said, the only way to advertise is by not focusing on the product. And lo and behold, the logo Ed underwear was born.
So that's what happened to me. I've been Calvinized.
Tops and jeans like Calvin Klein.
Thongs, boxers, briefs, going commando, they've all come and gone like whispers. But Calvin Klein pants, briefs, and boxers, and now bras and swimwear in womenswear, remain the global king of underwear. Calvin Klein Underwear's chief creative officer, Bob Mazzoli, commented, "For me, Calvin Klein Underwear's 30th anniversary is a time to celebrate the brand's history of product innovation and new concepts. From the continuation of CK1 and Calvin Klein Naked Glamour to the launch of Calvin Klein Underwear Bold, as well as the new modern classic and push positive lines coming this fall. We are continually inspired through our ongoing relationship and dialogue with our global consumers, and fully intend to create a future that is just as compelling as our past." Recognized as much for its groundbreaking advertising campaigns as its revolutionary products, the company has collaborated with a stable world of renowned photographers, including Bruce Weber, Peter Lindbergh, Patrick de Marchelier, Herb Ritz, Stephen Meisel, Mario Sorrenti, Kelly Klein, Mario Testino, Inez van Lamsweerd, and Vinood Mataden, Stephen Klein, David Sims, Mikhail Janssen, Wayne Mazer, Tiziana Magni, and Terry Richardson.
My Calvins.
Controversy has never been far away, as Calvin Klein seems to delight in shocking the public. The original Calvin Klein campaign image, a 1982 Bruce Weber shot of Olympian Thomas Hintnaus lying on a hot roof, might have been less about logo and more about flesh, but it championed the idea that underwear was more than underwear. It was designed to be seen, conferred status and wealth, and was totemic of its wearer's tribe, whether it be metrosexual or lad or hip-hop star to the mass market. The latest men's campaign, created for the launch of Calvin Klein Underwear Bold, features new model Matthew Terry, alongside models Miles Crosby, Aaron Sly, and Chris Garavala. Embodying the vibrant product, the visuals have a vivid, powerful, and athletic spirit, reminiscent of the brand's first campaign, featuring US Olympic pole vaulter Tom Hintnaus. This consistent, impactful, and timeless quality is a common element found throughout the brand's history of iconic advertising, which has featured numerous leading actors like Hilary Swank, Zoe Saldana, Mark Wahlberg, and Djimon Hounsou, as well as top models such as Natalia Vodyanova, Christy Turlington, and Antonio Sabato Jr., Dutch supermodel Lara Stone, who has a long-standing relationship with Calvin Klein Inc., was recently added to that prestigious group with the fall 2011 campaign introducing Calvin Klein Naked Glamour. Ms. Stone is now featured in the current fall 2012 Calvin Klein Underwear campaign, which supports the launch of the new Calvin Klein Push Positive line. Calvin Klein Underwear campaigns have also pushed the envelope through their provocative pairings, such as the legendary shots of Kate Moss and Mr. Wahlberg, or the sensuous images of Eva Mendes and Jamie Dornan. The spring 2010 Calvin Klein X underwear campaign made another epic statement when it brought together 4 popular talents from different backgrounds and nationalities: American actors Kellen Lutz and Mehcad Brooks, and 2 international sports stars, Spanish tennis star Fernando Verdasco and Japanese soccer player Hidetoshi Nakata. Looking to create a collection of youthful, understated coats and dresses, Calvin Klein first set up shop in the York Hotel in New York City back in 1968. With a meager $10,000 at hand, he quickly gained popularity among the fashion-forward New Yorkers and was featured on the cover of Vogue magazine in September 1969, the most important issue for a fashion magazine. With the success of the initial collection, Klein had expanded his line by 1971, adding sportswear, blazers, and lingerie to his women's collection. In 1973, he won the Coty American Fashion Critics Award for his collection, and once again in 1974 and 1975. By 1977, revenues were reaching in excess of $30 million and had branched out into scarves, shoes, belts, furs, cosmetics, jeans, menswear sunglasses, and sheets. By the late 70s, Calvin Klein's jeans were in hot demand, with over 200,000 pairs being sold in the first week. At the same time, Klein's fragrances and cosmetics began to take a dive, which led to their withdrawal from the market. While this was a financial setback for the company, their underwear range was booming, with the iconic Mark Wahlberg promo images becoming a global sensation. It was the 1980s that the Calvin's underwear popularity really soared, with over $600 million in sales in 1984. Alongside this, his clothes now available in 12,000 stores in the US, alongside being largely available in the UK, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan. By late 1987, financial problems, employee turnover, and licensing disputes led to the attempted sale of the company, which apparently fell through due to the crashing stock market. However, the business survived regardless. Through the 1990s, the company experienced further growth, mainly due to its increasingly popular underwear, sportswear, and fragrance lines. Although the brand continued its rise with Calvin being named America's Best Designer in 1993, once again, the brand was listed for sale in 1999. Although they'd been approached by LMVH, Pinot Printemps Redoux, Tommy Hilfiger Corp, and Holding di Partecipazioni with offers, all were rejected due to the supposed high price of $1 billion. In 2002, Calvin Klein was finally sold to Philip Van Heusen Corp for $400 million cash, $30 million stock, and licensing rights and royalties over the 15 years following the deal, estimated at $300 million. While Calvin himself remained as the creative lead for the collections, this soon changed the role of creative advisor before completely separating from the brand. As of 2010, PVH has estimated the ready-to-wear element of the brand to produce sales in excess of 4.6 billion euros. In 2013, the Wanarco Group, which owned several elements of the brand, was bought out by PVH, which united formal, jeans, sportswear, and underwear under one name. The complete NSFW history of Calvin Klein's provocative ads, 1980 to 2020. From Brooke Shields not letting anything come between her and her Calvins, to a naked Kate Moss and Kylie Jenner's strangely eroticized grapefruit, here's the somewhat NSFW history of Calvin Klein's controversial ads. Brooke Shields, 1980. Brooke Shields was just 15 years old when she was tapped for the campaign that launched one of CK's most famous rounds of public outrage.
I felt that about you instantly.
My mother warned me about boys like you. Mama said he's only interested in my Calvins.
The print ads and commercials were shot by Richard Avedon and featured the famous line,
You want to know what comes between me and my Calvins? Nothing.
It's the same line that got the TV spot banned by ABC and CBS in New York. No underwear, no airtime, apparently.
Shouts goes out to my man Calvin Klein, good looking out for the drawers. Not saying I would do another Fruit of the Loom commercial or nothing like that, because they don't make the hype shorts.
Kate Moss and Mark Wahlberg, 1992. The next campaign star to stir things up for CK, Kate Moss, who was called too skinny in her mostly naked 90s ads for the brand. Remember that whole heroin chic debacle? She was a major part of it. Kate Moss and Mark Wahlberg, 1992. She was also cavorting with a similarly topless man, known at the time as Marky Mark. Mark Wahlberg, 1992. Yeah, the guy who loved to grab his junk and tell us that his Calvins held him snug. Kate Moss, 1993. And then there were those iconic Obsession cologne ads, which featured Moss once more. They weren't exactly covered up. Actually, they were pretty naked. Okay, fine. Very naked. Funny enough, the underwear ads during that same period were tame by comparison, though you don't technically need to be wearing clothing to sell fragrance, and it does make sense to show the underwear itself. Mystery solved. Christy Turlington, 1995. By the mid-90s, Kate had moved on and Christy Turlington took up the mantle of CK underwear model. We presume no one was mad about. She was also the face of the iconic Eternity fragrance campaign, along with fellow genetic superperson Mark Vanderloo. But it wasn't all classy black and white portraiture. In fact, one CK jeans campaign seemed like it was actively designed to court controversy. This Steve Measles shot is part of a larger collection of photos, all with the same grainy, wood-paneled aesthetic. It's salacious, sure, but it's nothing compared to the ads that ran on TV and had people accusing the company of glorifying child pornography.
Pardon? What are you wearing? Short shorts. They fit real well.
Eva Mendes, 2008. Flash forward to the noughts, and it was time for more celebrity nudity. This time, Eva Mendes took the spotlight in a campaign for the brand's Secret Obsession perfume that features her rolling around on a bed in the buff. It was banned from US networks for being too provocative. Christy Turlington, 2013. Look who's back. It's downright difficult to believe that Turlington is nearly 20 years older here than she was in her original CK campaigns. Christy Turlington, 2014. Which is probably why the folks at Calvin Klein did another Eternity ad with her. This time, she's posing with her husband, Ed Burns. Lara Stone, 2014. Here's Lara Stone again, using a CK branded arm bra for support. Just kidding, that's her actual arm. The rest of the clothing is Calvin Klein though. Justin Bieber, 2015. Bieber and his pecs. Bieber and his bulge. Photoshopped? Some say so. Also, who would have figured that the guy who sang Baby would turn out to be the next Mark Wahlberg? Justin Bieber and Lara Stone, 2015. Synergy.
My Calvins.
Kendall Jenner, 2015. Kendall Jenner enters the fray. Though Klein, who left the company more than a decade ago, is on the record with his lack of enthusiasm for her involvement with the brand, the uproar that accompanied her debut suggests that the public is just fine with it. And now, we come to the sexting. Yes, the sexting. The CK Jeans Fall 2015 campaign was inspired by Raw Text's Real Stories, which means the ads were full of fun references to late night booty calls and at least one light threesome. The campaign also brought us the first instance of a gay couple in a Calvin Klein ad, finally. Abby Lee Kershaw, Spring 2016. Next up, the Spring 2016 campaign, referred to unofficially as erotica, for some unknown reason. This is a picture of model Abby Lee Kershaw's hands shoved down the front of her underwear. Clearly, there's no telling what the message is supposed to be. Justin Bieber, Spring 2016. More Bieber? Yeah, more Bieber. Kendall Jenner, Spring 2016. The infamous vagina grapefruit. Spring 2016. Belfie. Noun. A butt selfie. Clara Kristen, Spring 2016. This one seriously pissed some people off.
I'm not happy about it, and I won't give Calvin Klein my money.
And it's sending the wrong message to those young, teenagers and young adults that are out there.
And it says, I seduce in my Calvin Klein, so I think it's a little unnecessary.
Yes, I am not a fan. I think that it conforms to really unfortunate stereotypes and reinforces them.
Though both the model and photographer were happy with the results, accusations of glorifying predatory upskirt shots were rampant. Margot Robbie, Fall 2016. By comparison, the fall campaign that just came out is straight up tame. Zoe Kravitz, Fall 2016. Okay, not that tame. Bella Hadid, Fall 2016. Still sexy, but a little less in your face. Anna Ewers, Fall 2016. Just an aside, but who wants to go swimming? Anyone? Rustic Barn 2018. Calvin Klein continues its rustic barn theme as the brand unveils its Spring-Summer 2018 underwear campaign. Salomon Diaz reunites with Calvin Klein for the advertisement. He joins models Timo Bauman and Lucas Marshall. #MyCalvins 2019. The Autumn 2019 campaign for Calvin Klein underwear is called #MyCalvins IRL in real life and celebrates different perspectives of what sexy looks like. The official images of the campaign look like a magazine spread where one page is what you would call a public image and the other is the private realities of our unapologetic cast.